Very warm greetings to everyone present there. Today, I, Snehal Anilikam from Bhosla Military College, Assistant Professor, is going to cover a lecture on political instability in Afghanistan. We have conducted a series of lecture to make people and students aware about this topic. So before getting started with the political instability in Afghanistan, we should firstly cover with some topics. Topics such as Taliban, what is Taliban, what is the thinking of Afghanistani people, what the Afghanistani government has done, what is how India is been involved in Afghanistan, and how US forces or how US have been withdrawn from Afghanistan. So starting with Taliban. So let us first understand what is Taliban. Taliban is an Pashto word which is divided in two forms. Means Talib. Talib is a singular form of Taliban. Talib means student, a student, and Taliban means the student. These are the students who are Kattarpanthi, means the fanatic view of people. These are the students who have learned from Pakistani religious schools and few sorts of madarasa, where they have taken the wrong teaching. We cannot say that all the madarasa gives the wrong teaching. But Talibani people can be considered as the illiterate or small amount of taughted or a small amount of getted from the schools. Then this is what Taliban are. Talibani people means they are the students of what Pakistani religious schools where they have taken the Kattarpanthi fanatic view of their religion. You know how Taliban came into Afghanistan. So when we take a view of how did it entered in Afghanistan, so a person named as Mullah Omar, whose name is Muhammad Omar, who in 1996 came into Afghanistan. He is an ethnic Pashto and born in Kandahar Valley. He was a person who was born in Kandahar Valley. So he believed in Sharia law. He was the person who brought this Talibani people or Talibani thoughts or Talibani students in Afghanistan. He ruled Afghanistan for over 6 to 7 years. And it was a very tough period for Afghanistani people to live during his rule. He ruled a lot and showed the very deadliest side of the ruler, or we can say he showed the hell to the people in the living life. So he continued with his ruling till 6 to 7 years. But after that, means after 9/11 attack on US World Trade Center, the US forces came into Afghanistan to eradicate all the terrorism and wanted to kill all the terrorists who are taking their heads out for against their country, means against US. So these were the people, Talibani people. They were they were then separated when the US forces came into Afghanistan. They started the process of neutralizing. So when the process of neutralizing was done, various military camps, various military trainings, and various military troops were being plotted in Afghanistan by US forces just to eradicate all the terrorism. So when it comes to terrorism, it is said that Talibani people has a thought of terrorism. So due to which this Talibani people got scared, or we can say they started scattering or they started separating from one group to different small groups. It did not end, but the forces become weakened. The Talibani forces become weakened, and they went to the different parts of the country where the on the edges of Afghanistan as well as the northwest frontier of Pakistan, Pashto valleys, and even the Balochistan area where it has a tri-junction of Afghanistan, Iran and Pakistan. Balochistan is a state, is a place which has been claimed by every three country that it lies into their region. And a Durand line which is actually a separation line, but many of the Afghani people did not follow that line because it says that the place belongs to them only, so it is not been followed by them. Beside this, we have understood what was Taliban, what are the Talibani people and how it came into Afghanistan. Now let us see that why this government in Afghanistan is weak. So when we think about or when we talk about the government in Afghanistan, it is very clear. According to the report given by PEW, Pew Research Institute, it is stated that almost 90 to 95% of people are living in Afghanistan or the citizens of Afghanistan allowed, or we can say that followed the Sharia law. The Sharia law, they wanted that Sharia law should be implemented in their country, or it should be followed in their country. The people living in Afghanistan said that Sharia law is the law which is said by God. It is law which is given by God. So no other government or no other law should be followed instead of this law, or if there is any government or any law, it should be followed under this law. Now what is Sharia law? For taking a small instance of Sharia law, we should understand what is Sharia, which tells that there is nothing greater than law and it is a word given by Lord only. Means, for example, if the punishments given under Sharia law, the punishments are such as, if the thieves are caught, they are being punished by cutting their hands. And if a woman is found betraying his man, or she is found guilty, she is been killed by stoning the people. Stoning by the people means she is made to come in public and the people will stone on her until her death. So these are the few two examples of the Sharia law or the punishments under Sharia law. This is a Kattarpanthi people, or this is a Kattar thoughts. We can say fanastic thought. Kattar is an Marathi or Hindi word, but fanastic is a word which can be said for Kattarpanthi. Beside this, so when the picture comes, it's clear that even Afghanistani people or many, the more amount of population follows or want to follow the Sharia law, it is very clear that when it comes to a government or when it comes to a constitution, these people is not fully, or we can say these people partially accepts this government or law. So this makes the government weaken. On the other hand, Pakistani, ISIS and China, these are showing their interest in Afghanistan. Why? Now we know that Afghanistan is a poor country, but yet Afghanistan is the topmost producer of Afim, opium in their country. So what Pakistan and ISIS want, they just want to make money and take advantages of the other countries. It is very well known to everyone that Pakistan is a country who tries to sit on another country's head and just take the benefit. She is taking alliance, she is having alliance with China, she is taking the benefits from China, she is making good alliance with that country as well. So hence from Afghanistan, Pakistan is taking this illegal trafficking of drugs, opium, Afim, due to which she is trying to develop or make itself economically stable, as well as it is also increasing the terrorism and giving the, we can say, Sahara, or we can say that it is giving the shelter to the Talibani people to make more aggressive and to give birth to more terrorism, more Talibani people. And similarly, ISIS is also doing the same. Now, what about India and US? India is a country which is having a many collaboration with Afghanistan. It is giving many treaties. It has signed many treaties. It is giving a helping hand to Afghanistan for the purpose of nation building. It is not limited to the, this nation building is not limited only for the friendly relation or diplomatic relations. Instead, in spite of that, India is also giving them various opportunities, or we can say various investments in that. With the investments such as it is providing growth of humanity, it is providing the grains or the wheat and many more food items for Afghanistan for to make them stable. In addition, building infrastructures, giving medical facilities. Then educational treaties have been made where the integration program has been made where Afghanistani students have been allowed to come to India for their education and make them prepare for the further betterment. Not limiting to this, India is also having a certain quota which has been reserved in IMA for the training of Afghanistani soldiers which are being trained over here and then sent to their troops to fight against their wrongdoing or the fight against Taliban. Now, as India is also interested and India is having a good alliance with Afghanistan, this will make an trouble to Pakistan and China. They are not stable. They seems that they are uncomfortable when India has good relations with any country. So here, when India is having good relations with that Afghanistan, China and Pakistan is also getting inside Afghanistan and helping them in all terms. We have cleared that point that how Pakistan and ISIS are taking benefits from it. And when India is making good terms or India is making good revolutions in Afghanistan or India is giving good assistance to Afghanistan, Pakistan is taking advantage of that also and heading towards India against Afghanistan. So when we talk about it, the main reason why Pakistan is so much worried about is that POK, that is Pak occupied Kashmir, that is a line where India and Afghanistan are being separated and have just 108, that is 108 kilometers of the boundary line. So what Pakistan thinks that if this POK has been occupied by India, then it will create a problem, as when it is occupied by India, Afghanistan and India will get in direct contact with each other, which will create a threat to Pakistan. So it is making Pakistan as well as China alert on this side. So this is the role of India, we can say. After India, when we come to US, US is a country that after 9/11 attack, US wanted to eradicate all the terrorism from the country, that is Afghanistan. Just not only the terrorists, but the terrorists who are heading against US and taking birth in Afghanistan. So US did an operation known as Neptune Spear, which was an operation done to kill Osama bin Laden. It did that. Operation Neptune Spear was successful. After that, US also wanted that there should be no terrorism which should take race against US. So their forces were deployed. In Afghanistan. It were many years where the forces were deployed in Afghanistan. US clear aim was just to end the terrorism, just to end the terrorists who are heading against US. But its aim was not of nation building. But at last, the Doha Agreement, which was signed in 2020 on 29 February 2020, that was an agreement made with Talibani people and US, where US has signed the agreement saying that we will remove all our forces, for a peace treaty. But Taliban also said that we will fight against the terrorism, or we will fight against the Al Qaeda, which is raising against uh, Talibani people, or which is raising against the Talibani area in Afghanistan. So this was the treaty which was signed by US and Afghanistan, US and Talibani people, and due to the end of this treaty, made removing of all the forces of US and going back, means withdrawal of all the US forces. So this created a problem for Afghanistan people, as Talibani are taking over there, over the Afghanistan, and we are very well known with the fact, or we can say in Marathi, that ह्या लोकांचे खायचे दात वेगळे असतात आणि दाखवायचे दात वेगळे असतात, which means these people have two faces. Showing face is different and their actual face is different, which is behind the curtain. These people were hidden behind the curtain for so many years, and when when it saw the agreement has been made, they started heading and giving birth to more Talibani people and more Talibani thought, more Talibani Kattarpanthi people and more terrorist thoughts, with assistance of Pakistan and ISIS. So what they started doing, they said that we will maintain peace or we will fight against the Al Qaeda, but they totally contradicted with their saying, and they started troubling the civilians of Afghanistan. This is what made the government more weaker and instability in Afghanistan area. After that, a very clear statement was made by Joe Biden, which is an official statement. He said that the role of US was just to end the terrorist, or just to end the terrorism which was raising against US. We did not thought of nation building, and so this is the time we are taking our forces back. So this was the situation till now what happened. But now who the president who was the president, what he did was he sold all his property and all his alliance and flee away. He just back out and he came away. So here the government also surrendered in front of Talibani people. But not limiting to this, or we should not stop over here. We can say that there are few people, or there are few forces who are yet active to work against Talibani people. The forces such as Ashraf Ghani, who was a vice president of Afghanistan. According to the Afghanistani constitution, he will be the next president. So he is ready to fight against the Talibani people and stand for Afghanistan. On the other hand, Ahmad Masood, he made an northern alliance to end Talibani people. He has been sheltered in Panjshir Valley, or we can say in Marathi Panjshir Khora. So he's been set over there, in that Khora, or in that valley, where no Talibani has entered yet, and they are not in fear of those Talibani people. It has made an alliance, and it is very active to work against Talibani people, where it has been assisted with the Afghanistani forces, or we can say Afghanistani military, which has came together to eradicate all the Talibani people. And Ashraf Ghani, Ashraf Ghani was the president who sold his property and went away or backed out. And Ahmad Salahi was a person who will be the next president, who is now the vice president over there. So these people coming together will surely or we can say we'll try to eradicate the Talibani people and the Talibani forces, where India, if needed, will assist the Afghanistan to come over from the Talibani people or the Talibani forces. That's all for to clear this topic. We have covered a few points on that. I hope this will be beneficial to learn about Afghanistan. Thank you.